told you today, there is a march in the Melville Western area. In Emmarentia, there'll also be protests later today. Firstly, we've got Dr. Ferrial Adam, who is an executive director at WaterCAN. You are at that Melville area, that protest there. Main Street, I understand?
Good morning, Bongani. Actually, no. There's 3 protests today, and I'm at the one in Parktown on Jansmart Avenue.
And Seymour, yeah?
Yes, and then the other one is in Melville, and then this evening at 4 p.m. there will be one in Emmarentia, and it's all protests.
We've spoken about water issues, water wastage. How did we get here, Dr. Adam?
Sure, it's been coming for a long time, and it's what happens when you don't spend the right amount of money on maintenance over an extended period, and where you lose money because of corruption. So it's a combination of things. But right now, I think this is evident that our system is failing, and if we don't act now to fix it, we are going to be in bigger trouble.
Dr. Adam, I want you to stay on the line. We've invited 702 landers around Joburg to call us in and tell us their water woes. I want you to listen, please, if you would, to the issues they raise, and we can maybe map a way forward. Just as a sample, we'll take Rose, who is in Malvern. Rose, you're a senior citizen. How long have you been without water?
Good morning. We're going on for our 3rd week now, and when I say we have no water, I don't mean low pressure, I mean not a drop. I'm a senior citizen, sir. You know, I'm 87 years old, and I live alone. It is really quite a struggle. You know, they do send tanks periodically, sometimes without warning, but when you queue for the water, you know, I've had 2 knee replacements. It's a problem standing for so long, and then there are people that come with these huge, big 25-liter things. Well, if I had one, if I could pick it up, I would probably also do that.
Sure, Rose.
You stand for ages there. And then the thing is, I have to get it into the car, I have to get it home, I have to get it out. And you know, just something else, when I've got lots of bottles of water, but it's cold water. For washing dishes, you have to heat the water. My electricity, I'm on prepaid. I'm using double the amount that I usually used to use. Otherwise, I put it on the gas stove, but that has also increased.
Sure, Rose, I can only imagine. Yeah. I mean, my mother is 87, and there's no way she's carrying even half a liter, never mind 25. Thank you for calling us, and this is exactly the issue, right? She's 87, she lives alone. This is what she has to deal with. Salam, you are in Rustenburg, but you've also had no water.
Yes, we don't have no water, and it's gone for 3 days now. Our councillor is trying our best to get some answers from the municipality, but the irony is coming to work this morning, there's thousands and thousands of liters of water flowing down the street.
Yeah, isn't that the story for so many people? So this clearly isn't just a Joburg problem. You are in Rustenburg, Salam, and Havison is in Pretoria. What are you seeing there in the capital?
Morning. I'm just wanted to share that I think this water shortage issue is just a scam. I think political affairs are interfering with the people's lives, and they are saying that no, people are making a lot of usage of water. I don't think that's the case, because if according to my understanding, the more you use water, the more you pay. Because we have meter boxes here. We pay rent each and every month. So I don't understand where are the residents getting involved when they say that they.
Yeah, this issue of gaslighting residents and saying it's overconsumption when in fact it's the infrastructure and the lack of maintenance thereof. Neil, you're in Park Central. Where exactly is Park Central again?
Hi, Bongani. Yeah, it's a small suburb as part of the Greater Selby area. It's where where the old Top-Star driving used to be. There's like an industrial area on the top there.
Yes. I mean, how do businesses run in? Because that used to be a kind of center of manufacturing, right?
Correct. And I am a manufacturing business, and I'm surrounded by various other manufacturing businesses. And we haven't had water flowing out of our taps for this is going on the 8th month.
You're kidding me. 8 months?
I'm not kidding. 8 months, boss. I'm not kidding you at all. This is how it is. This is fact. We've had a visit from Helen Ziller. We've expressed dissatisfaction and our total heartfulness, to be honest with you, of just, there's no water. Everybody has got little JoJo tanks, and we get very intermittent water deliveries from Joburg Water, I think it is, in tankers, maybe once every 3 days. And it's just a terrible situation. And nobody can tell us what the problem is other than the fact that the pump or the pipes from the Hector Norris pump station are just simply not working.
What business do you run, Neil, if you can tell us? You don't have to give us the name, but what kind of...
We manufacture and we remanufacture clutches. We're a recycling business. My very close neighbor next door is a label printing business. He employs 42 people.
How do you continue without water for 8 months?
Well, you don't. You continue because you have to. I fetch water from home to keep my guys drinking and to flush the toilets. So I'm backwards and forwards to home with hundreds of little 5-litre jars of water and 20-litre jars. And at huge expense, I put a 1,000-litre JoJo tank with pumps and electronics and etc. to make it work. And this is how we live, Bongani. This is what happens. And, you know, I've written probably 200 emails to various people. My landlord has written emails. People around us, we've had various meetings, and just nothing happens. Nothing. We don't know.
Yeah.
It's just not happening.
All right. Neil, appreciate your call there. Dr. Adam, I mean, that's really a number of calls, different parts of Joburg, different parts of the province, even as far as Rustenburg, we've had calls. This is clearly not just a Joburg problem. And one of the things that drives me crazy, Dr. Adam, is this, and I understand there may be residents who are obviously using more than they should, but this gaslighting and being told of overconsumption, that's what makes it worse.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. And the timing of those notifications. So, you know, if you saw some of the press releases or the releases that came from City of Joburg yesterday, which said, you know, that there isn't, the system is stable. That is what they said. And I can tell you the system is not stable. We have, as you've heard, large parts of Joburg, and this is a poster child for what's going on nationally. And it's why WaterCAN has called for a national disaster to be declared on an infrastructural disaster. It doesn't have to be a climate one, but there's definitely, if we don't give it the attention it needs, it's a very slippery slope from here. So, I mean, I think that the gaslighting and telling people that you have to use less just angers them more. Look, no one's arguing that we live in a water-scarce country. No one's saying that we don't want to use less water, but you can't put that out when vast areas don't have water. And, you know, if you tell people when they have water, they probably would because they know that it's a difficult time.
Tell me, what do you want to hear from the president tomorrow?
Well, I don't want to hear open and, you know, nice words and good promises and big projects. I want to just hear how we're going to fix things on the ground. And I want to know that he understands that we have a national disaster. We're calling for a national disaster, and we're asking him to say that there's a national disaster on infrastructure. And until he does that, we also, you know, in the last SONA, he said, we're going to ring fence money for water and sanitation. It's a year later. They all talk about ring fencing. They say we're doing it. We want to see the actual plan and to see that this happens this year. Now, it keeps being pushed down the line.
Do you think this Minister Phemi Majodina, is she the right one? Clouds are gathering?
No. I'm sorry. I do not think she is the right minister. For a minister to issue a statement saying that I wash my hands off the local governments, they've caused this, is completely disconnected to what the issues are we experiencing on the ground. So I think we need a minister who understands what it means for people when they don't have proper water and sanitation. You know, the slogan that the DWS uses or national government uses is that water is life and sanitation is dignity. I think those are just words because they don't really know how people are affected and how their dignity is being denied.
And many of them have water in their taps, don't they? Dr. Ferrial Adam is a water WaterCAN Executive Director, and she is at that Parktown West protest.
Current events, developing stories,
tough questions,
your voice making a difference.
This is Breakfast with Bongani Bingwa.